This is let's see. Yeah, this is Ghostbusters. This is Dreamwave Transformers. And that box in the back is Marvel Transformers. And then from here to here is IDW Transformers. And my collection consists of, from IDW, their Beast Wars books that they put out, which is the only Beast Wars comic books. And then I put all the spotlights at the beginning, starting with Shockwave, Ultra Magnus, I think that one's, yeah, Galvatron, Soundwave, Cup, Prime, Grimlock, Six Shot, Blaster, oh, I have two Blaster, Nightbeat, Wheelie, Mirage, RC, Hot Rod, Ramjet, Drift, Cliff Jumper, Cyclonus, Hardhead, Double Dealer, Sideswipe, Orion Pax, Thundercracker, Megatron, Bumblebee, Trailbreaker, and Hoist. I believe I have all the spotlight. And then there's Megatron Origin number 1 to 4. Stormbringer 1, 2, 4. Transformers number 0. You know what? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that's just not in the right place. That should be up here somewhere. Primacy, which is a prequel back on Cybertron. Alright. Oh, here's the other cover for number 0. I had both of them. I think they were free. Or no, they were 99 cents. That's why I bought both. It's a Decepticon cover. So, IDW officially started with Infiltration. This was the very beginning for them. And that was basically Autobots and Decepticons hiding themselves on Earth and showing up to begin with. Infiltration was very slow because everybody was being sneaky. And it didn't even have Megatron. Well, it had Megatron here in number 5. He finally showed up. I think Optimus Prime showed up much later, but it's been years. It's been like 12 years since I've read these ones. That went into Escalation 1 through 6. That's where Optimus Prime showed up, I believe. They wanted to make a big deal about when the leaders showed up, and they battled in this one. And that one actually was really cool. Devastation came next. Things really ramped up there. And that one was a lot more action, a lot less sneaking. Drift was interesting. They basically made up their own character who was new to G1. Continuum was the thing that they put out to get you up to speed to everything so far. All Hill Megatron is where it got really good. They actually give everybody their own G1 designs back instead of the IDW designs, and everybody looked exactly like they did in the 80s. But in this, basically, Megatron had taken over the Earth, and Optimus Prime was in a fatally wounded position where he couldn't help at all. Megatron owned the Matrix. Autobots were stuck on a dead Cybertron fighting amongst each other while Megatron had free reign of Earth. Things were pretty bad. It's really cool. Probably my favorite one. And then Bumblebee was really popular with the 2007 movie, so they gave him his own book. I don't know why only one of them's here. They must be in the wrong order. Wreckers was really good. Springer led a team of Autobots to a prison camp where Overlord had basically taken over. Wreckers came to stop him before it got out of hand. It's their Beastie Boys cover. But most of the Wreckers die. It's one of the more tragic ones. That's why it's so good. Heart of Darkness told the coming of Galvatron. Unfortunately, the art in that one wasn't very good. Hey, there's Bumblebee's number 2. I just had number 1 out of order. Maximum Dinobots. Put ROM versus Transformers back here, even though it's rather new. That's number 1 of the ongoing. And that one started off, in my opinion, this is number 1. That one started off a little bit weaker because they decided they wanted to give them movie designs where they were kind of looking like G1 Michael Bay hybrids, but it got better as it went. There's Starscream with the Matrix choking Hot Rod. Megatron shows up as a stealth bomber in this and is really awesome. I think when Megatron shows up as a stealth bomber is great. The rest of the book is awesome from that point. They lose the movie-esque designs and go to looking like how they should. There's a Hot Rod reaching for the Matrix in space because he loses it. Hot Rod fighting Ironhide. Wheelies back there. Hot Rod trying to give Optimus back the Matrix. And then things get really awesome. Megatron joins up with Optimus to try to help him to fight the Chaos. The whole Chaos story. And that was pretty good. I like that part of the story immensely. This Optimus with a broken window with the mirror, or with the Matrix. And after that story concluded, we had the death of Optimus Prime, where Optimus gives up the Matrix and leaves Cybertron. And that goes to More Than Meets the Eye number 1, where Rodimus has one half of the Matrix shell and goes away on a spaceship. And Bumblebee takes the other half of the Matrix shell and leads Cybertron into a new golden age. And that goes from there all the way to Dark Cybertron, which is the storyline that had Bumblebee die and Megatron become an Autobot. And then after that was Dawn of the Autobots. And that goes on for a while. And that's pretty much, they just had like sub-arcs since then, like Combiner Wars and Titan's Return. But they ended up renumbering More Than Meets the Eye into Lost Light number 1 recently. And Robots in Disguise went away to become Optimus Prime number 1. Which I think is... Tell All Our One was just okay. That was Windblade's story, essentially. Yeah, see all the way back here. More Than Meets the Eye rebooted it into Lost Light number 1 for like no reason whatsoever, which is just to annoy people with renumbering. And then Optimus Prime number 1 was what Robots in Disguise rebooted into, with Optimus basically taking charge of that situation again. And rumor has it that Lost Light is about to wrap up with them finding the Knights of Cybertron finally. That's the most recent one. And that's it. That's all of IDW so far that I have.